Neca, Gecko,
and Muckman.
Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another A&R review. Today we are looking at the Mondo Gecko
And Muckman.
Joining me is my buddy Christopher. You've maybe heard of him in the podcast, and he does our social media. But today he wanted to join me in unboxing these beautiful figures.
He wanted the views, so he brought me on.
Yeah, I wanted the views. Yes, exactly. Speaking of views and getting people on board, before we start our review today, go on over to our YouTube channel and click on the subscribe button there. We really would appreciate if you subscribed. And Chris, if they subscribe and leave a comment, what do they get?
They will be entered into one of our monthly draws that we're doing. And stay tuned to the end of this video. We will be announcing August's first winner.
Yes. So before we begin, we're going to talk about the packaging, and NECA always kills it, right?
They do.
They always have a beautiful package, and it's just so bright and beautiful. I love it. I love it. So let's look around the box here. In the front here, you've got this drawing, right, of the actual characters, and then you just Velcro open that up, and you got your figure inside. A nice window, and then you have all the accessories inside there you can see. So this is great for people who are inbox collectors and don't want to open it up. It's a nice package for them to just open it up, close it up, put it in the shelf, which is really boring. I don't know why people do that. But hey, it's your thing, whatever. I usually buy either two of them if I want to keep one sealed.
But that's NECA for you. They think about the collectors. Like I recently got the Puppet Master figures, which are cool. You get two mini figures, but you open it up like the suitcase.
Oh, that's cool.
And they're both, yeah, NECA just does it right all the time with their packaging, with their figures.
So speaking of packaging, you got the back of the box here. And I love how they've shown the cartoon animation in there and a little sneak preview of characters that could be coming in the future there. And a little write-up on them, so that's nice. You get a little information on the actual character. All right, you want to open this guys up?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's open them up. Walter, here he is. All right, we got them out of the package, and they're phenomenal. But Chris, what do you think of this backdrop here?
I love these backdrops. One great thing about NECA is they always have these little pieces in there, and they keep them different, you know?
Yeah.
As you can see, if you only get a few of these figures, you can
piece them together maybe, yeah, and make your own little diagram, right?
Yeah.
It's not just a generic piece that you just throw in there. They actually take some thought into making these backdrops, so that's cool. So we got these guys out of the package, and we got their little assistant or their sidekicks, if you want to call it.
Yes.
And Chris, talk about your experience of opening a Joe eyeball.
So just so you know, when you're taking this character out, be a little more delicate. His one eye popped off, so I guess it goes with his name now, Joe Eyeball. Eyeball, it's not plural, it's for one. So you can keep it that way, or I'll just throw a little bit of super glue on there to fix it. But
yeah, just be very careful when you're taking it out of the package.
Yeah.
This, however, you don't have to worry about taking him out of the package that much. He is just massive.
He is a bulky. He's got some good weight to him.
Yeah.
Did you feel him?
Yeah, really chunky there, yeah.
And the best thing so far that I like about this guy, he already has a NECA stand on there, so he's going to stand up no problem. But the details on this guy, it's everything down to the cue from the cartoon, especially the cockroach that's on his head.
The banana peel too.
Yeah, the banana peel. And just the details of the canister and the legs. And is that a manhole cover that he's stuck to? Yeah.
I mean, he is a garbage man that was mutated, right? So there's a lot. Banana peel is, something that you see all the time in a garbage can. So it's pretty cool that they were able to add some of these elements to him and really make it stand out.
I love, if you look right up at the front there, it's an apple with the core. I just wish they would have painted that to make
that would have been nice if they had painted it red and a little bit of yellow inside or something like that.
Yeah.
What do you think of the green? Do you think it's too dull, or do you think it's just the right color?
You know what? It's garbage. So
It is garbage, yes.
I can see why it's the green that it is. I'm not upset about it. I think it looks good.
It looks disgusting, right?
Yeah. And just wait till you
And
see.
we mean it in a good way.
Yeah. But wait till you see what comes with this guy
Oh.
to make him even more disgusting.
Okay, well, enough about your guy
Yes.
here. We'll talk about my guy here. Mondo, a Gecko. Oh man, he just looks like just came right out of the cartoon. Everything about him is just so good. The shirt is on point. The details of his outfit, you know, the shoes, the pants, even the tail. Like, I mean, it's just so good. I'm blown away. And the mouth, it opens up, right? So
What?
yeah, the mouth opens up so, you know, he can have his jab going at the turtles. And, you know, the cool thing about him was he was originally a bad guy, you know, being, you know, controlled by Mr. X. And then eventually Michelangelo was able to, you know, convince him and get him to come on to the good guy's side. But yeah, I mean, he is just right out of the animation. I absolutely love the beautiful colors that he has, the yellow, the purple, and the bright green. Like his green compared to him.
Yeah.
It's
very saturated.
Yeah, exactly, right? So I'm a sucker for bright characters like this. And NECA always does it good with the bright colors. It's just so well done. And then finally you have Kerma, the sidekick, you know, the anthropomorphic turtle from the planet Turtleoid race, or the Turtleoid race, the alien turtle. So Kerma here, and I think Kerma looks really good. What do you think about his color versus, like, they look like they're buddies, right? Same
I like how the color differentiates them.
There's a lot of green
know.
here, from eyeball guy to him, and him.
Yeah.
Lots of shade of green going on here, which is cool.
Which gives them separation. So if you're displaying them all together, you know, they stand out from one another.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't blend in. But talking about the characters, we got Joe Eyeball now. So this is Grayson and Joe Junkie, and they were both exposed to the mutagen that transformed them into Muckman and Eyeball Guy.
And then for Mondo Gecko, his backstory, he basically was mutated just like the turtles were, and then, you know, he was taken by Mr. X and brought into the criminal world, and later on, Michelangelo was able to convince him and get him to come back into the turtles fold and be a good person. So we'll do a quick articulation on a Gecko, and then we'll do Muckman afterwards. One of the things with NECA figures in the turtle line is when they're in the package and you get them out, sometimes it's best to give them a hot bath, you know, just to loosen up the joints, because they're pretty stiff and sometimes they can break easily. And what we're looking for is paint rub. A lot of times the joint areas paint rubs off. So I noticed right away when I got him out of the package is the elbow area here, where you actually, you know, bend the elbow, the hands. There is paint rub here, and I did have paint fall on this table. Because it's a clear white table, you can easily see paint falling in here. So that's something to be aware of. I wouldn't go crazy and try to do articulation right off the bat. I would maybe give him a bath and then, you know, go from there. So in terms of the upper body, the neck, you can get the whole head moving around in different little angles. You can get it up, tilted up like that, down like this. So you do have good range here for him. And then I mentioned earlier that its mouth opens up like that, so that's good. And the hat does not come off, which is unfortunate, but it's on there pretty well, so you don't have to worry about it. And then you've got the ponytail in the back here, which is so cool. And for the hands, the shirt here actually covers the hand underneath inside. There is a bicep swivel, and it is a single jointed elbow, but I don't think you need the double jointed elbow here on this guy.
No.
It'll be nice, but not really needed here. He's bulky and thick up here. I think double jointed would not make a big difference.
These aren't necessarily action.
Yeah.
Oh, and look.
Yeah. So as you can see, paint is already chipping off for us. So definitely worth something to look into by giving it a bath. So I think we'll keep the paint together.
Yeah.
Right? It won't be as brittle. And then the wrist here, it's on a hinge. Get it up and down like that. And you can rotate too as well. And then the elbow does rotate as well too. So you do have good degree of movement in the arm, so you can get him in probably cool different poses, right? And then for the waist area and torso, you do have an upper torso swivel. Wow, look at all the paint just chipping right off.
Oh,
Look at that. It is just absolutely crazy. Maybe we can get a zoom in of all the paint chipping off. And then you have the waist swivel. And then for the knee, it is a double knee. Look at that. Double knee. So you can get them awesome poses, I think. And the ankle area, it's just up and down. Barely any rocking movement here. But the knee can move around and swivel, so does the thigh underneath the pants. One thing cool is, with all the clothing that he has on here, the pants and the shirt, he has also pads here, but you can get movement underneath the clothing.
it's hidden.
Yeah.
So you don't really see the joints.
Yeah, which is brilliant, which is smart. I love that. In terms of his thigh area here, you can get him in a good split right there. I think that's a decent split.
Nice.
So if he's on his skateboard, which we'll show later on, he can get him to do some cool little tricks and moves, so you can get him in poses and get some nice shots.
What's the movement on a tail like?
Tail? Yeah, it just rotates.
That's it.
It is rubber. It's not hard like the Triceratop guys.
Oh, okay.
Those guys' tail were just like a rock, right? There was no movement at all. There's no bend to it. So it's nice to see the little bit of bend to him. But you just just rotate his tail.
It'd be nice if they were able to,
Yeah, make it curl or something like that, or straighten it
or
out.
double jointed where you can.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. But overall, I mean, he can do pretty much anything you need him to do. And I think it's everything you want in terms of articulation. I really think that this is as much as you need for this guy. And the fact that they hit some of the articulation underneath the clothing, that's a bonus. The only thing I don't like is right now is all the paint that's been flying out of him. That's really disappointing. So yeah, Neca, really work on that joint area. Maybe not paint it as thick, and maybe give some space between the joints so the paint don't just come flying out of here.
My turn.
Hey, come on.
I swear we're adults. So up next we got Muckman and already
Chunkman.
Chunkman. So going through the articulation, we'll start off with the head. So we got side. Oh,
It's in a ball joint, right?
he is on a ball joint, but you don't get much range in side to side, up and down. Very, very
That's disappointing. Yeah,
limited.
very limited.
Because this guy, the way he stands, he's hunched over, so you got to get his head up. So that's really upsetting with the head. So for the shoulder and arm area, I started going with this side because it does have the double joints. I'm not going to move it until I give it a bath, but on this side, it does move. And right now, even though it has the double joints, this is as much as you're going to get.
It just rubs off on the side here, yeah.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. His arm just is too big.
You can get some pretty good poses where it's close to his face. So for the upper torso and waist area, the upper torso has very little movement, even though there's a joint there. Like to move it back and forth, you have.
You're fighting it right there, trying to get that going.
He does have a waist joint, which turns pretty simple,
That's
easy.
nice, yeah.
So he can get some battle poses in there.
You know what I've noticed? Even though it hasn't had a hot bath yet, it's already been better in terms of paint rubbing versus the Gecko. The Gecko, we had paint chips everywhere. And he's been pretty good. I mean, you've been rotating his arms, shoulder, head, and waist, and we haven't had any major chips of paint fall off. So
I think because this guy is only two real solid colors, where this guy we get multiple.
Mondo has like multiple different colors, yeah.
But so waist joint's good. Legs, no thigh cut. His legs spread that much.
So he's not doing the splits anytime soon.
No. He can kick forward a little bit. Wait. Backwards, not so much. His lower part of the pants are rubber, so it will hinder a little bit. His knees, double jointed, but that's as much
because
you're going to get.
He's got thick legs.
Thick.
And then the ankles up and down, right?
Ankle, up, down, down pretty good if he's like trying to, flag down a car for a hitch. Um, and side to side rocker is really good on this one. It's got some great articulation.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So it's really back and forth and not a lot of forward and backwards, just pivoting, which gives you, you know what? It's great for if you want them in like a running pose.
Oh yeah, that looks pretty cool. Yeah, to get him in the running pose.
There we go.
Yeah, I think this base is just, it totally helps the balance of this figure.
All NECA figures need this base.
Yes.
Yes.
A base, any base.
But no, he is a really awesome figure. I love the details on this guy, and I can't wait to get to the accessories.
Yes. All right, so we've got accessories, and boy, do we have accessories.
NECA they do not cheap out on accessories.
They give you a plethora of accessories, and we love them for it. So we'll start off with Mondo's accessories here. Come on, look at this skateboard. It's so badass. It's got flames, and it's got flames gonna shoot up from here. I mean, that'd be nice if they give us some little accessories to add in there.
Is there room?
Can
you add?
You could probably, third party, right? But yeah, this skateboard looks awesome, and he uses the getaway all the time using that and propels himself. And then we've got a couple other things here. We've got the compliance cuff, they call it. Derek Savage gave him that compliance cuff, and it's to control people or things or something. And then
I just use handcuffs.
Yeah. And then you've got the TNT explosive device here that his buddy right here, Kerma, picks up. And then you got extra additional hands. Always nice to get these hands. I wish we had a couple other hands, right?
It would be nice.
So, but at least you get two here. And then for the second row here, we've got the ray gun. It's one of the episodes where Michelangelo meets Gecko, and he's got the ray gun pointing at Michelangelo. And then we already talked about Kerma, and then we got a little Gecko guy here. That's so
Not
cute.
from Geico.
Save 15% on your next figure.
Yeah.
And then you get a bag of money here. We should have a $sign on there, right? That'd be pretty cool.
That would have made it
Bag
a
of
little
money.
more
More
exciting.
DuckTales.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, great amount of accessories. You can ask for more. I mean, having another character in there, that's just so cool. They could have easily had this packaged, as an accessory or something and paid extra for it. But having them in there is so cool. And I love that. I love when NECA gives you small characters, sidekick characters, and ton of accessories. What else do you want? It's so cool,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So, yeah, this is the cooler character of the two that we're doing today. But on to your boring character. Go ahead, talk about your accessories.
So going back to this little guy, I forgot to mention, he does come with a bit of articulation. His head does go side to side, and his arms do move up and down.
And his eyeballs come off.
Yes, when you're taking it out of the packaging. And his hands do move up and down. So this guy has a bit of articulation, nothing in the tail, but still, great little character to have with your Muckman. For the rest of the accessories, we got 2 sets of hands. We got an interchangeable mouth. Amazing. We got this gun here that actually has nothing to do with Muckman. Do you know where this gun's from?
It's from the 2-pack, the Rock Guys, Granitar, I believe it is.
So why would they do that? Give it with Muckman.
I don't know. Maybe they were buddies.
Maybe.
Or maybe he found it.
Who knows?
In the garbage.
Nice. But it's awesome how they're giving us accessories and new figures.
That tie in with other characters. Yes, I was just going to say that. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's cool.
So for his other accessory, we got a little trash bin. So it's pretty cool. It's nicely done. It does store his little creechy character.
That's
One-eyed
hot trash
Willy.
right there.
Yeah, hot trash. But it does clip in to his back, which there's a little slot back there. It just plugs in right there.
And then you can carry him around, yeah.
Carry him around. He can hold it too. He does have the hands to hold it. Finally, here's the accessory that's going to separate this guy from this guy. If you were a 90s kid, had Masters of the Universe and Ghostbusters, You always got a container full of slime. Yes, Neca has given us.
Ow.
Oh, look at. Oh, wait, hold on. Gotta get this on camera. This,
Oh,
it even feels like how it used to
it
feel.
looks like a bucket of snot.
Oh, this is amazing. Look at this. I
Oh,
can't even take it out.
oh,
There we
gross.
go. You know what? I'm just going to pour it out. Can we see this? Yes.
Oh my God.
I am basking in
Oh my-
the memories that are all coming back
Excuse
to me now.
me. COVID, anyone?
Celine Dion said it best. It's all coming back to me now. My memories. And the best part is this little trash bin. Wait, there we go.
Oh, that is
Oh.
gross. That is so gross.
Get it in there.
Put it back in there.
Get it in there. Okay. It adds to the effect. And you can stick the little green guy. I'm not going to do that just because
Does it leave a residue in your hand? It does, right?
it's a little bit wet, but
It's all right, right?
that's the fun of it.
Yeah.
It really brings me back to being a kid and playing with these toys.
I think I might buy another one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy another
right,
one. I'm gonna army build Muckmans.
Let's get that slime back in there. It
Yeah.
does leave a glistening, but oh, you know what?
Fragrance?
No,
Trash?
it does not smell. Could you imagine?
It smells like trash.
If Skunk Guy from Masters of the Universe can have a stink to it, could you imagine if they put trash smell in there? But in the end, we get that vintage kind of classic slime. So
Yeah.
my figure wins.
For comparison wise, we've got a bunch of turtle figures here. So Chris, take it away with Muckman.
All right, so center, we got our feature presentation. Over here, we got Baxter, the fly. So it really shows you how he towers over
Yeah,
the
I
shorter
mean-
figures. And then over here, General Trag. So in his hands, you can see we got the gun that came with Muckman. So we got that added bonus accessory in there. All right, so second comparison, we got Raphael,
The greatest turtle of the four.
one of my favorites. And we also have,
Metalhead.
yes,
I mean, Metalhead is already a pretty big guy. So they are pretty much on par in terms of height. So if you've got Metalhead, now you know how big Muckman is compared to him. And I think with the turtle here, the colors of green is nice, but it's a good size. He is supposed to be bigger than these guys. So, in my opinion, I think that's a pretty good size for
it
him.
works out well.
All right, and here we have Mondo Gecko with Shredder and Rat King. Rat King and Shredder, especially Rat King here, he was a little tall. I think the height for these two characters versus Mondo Gecko is great. He is supposed to be smaller character, so I think they nailed the size of him. And we got Shredder here with the purple cape. His purple is darker than what's on Mondo Gecko, so it's nice to see they're using lots of different color shades. And that's one thing I love about NECA is they're not afraid to splash some color everywhere when it's needed, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, I think height-wise, he goes well with these two characters. And finally, we have Splinter and Michelangelo with Gecko here. Again, height-wise, Splinter is supposed to be smaller, and he is. And the turtles are supposed to be of the same size as Gecko, which these two are. Of note, we have the medallion here. There's a reason why we've got a medallion here is because this was the medallion used to get Mondo Gecko from being a bad guy to a good guy. I actually love how NECA does these things, where the small little accessories tie into another character. We saw with the gun that you had for, Granitar and Trag. So, and then having this accessory that came from a 2-pack a while back, that is somehow now connected with Mondo Gecko.
Yeah,
right?
they forward think of the accessories. And let's not do it with this one. Let's do it with the next one.
Yeah, and then they also add hints of future characters, like we had the back packaging of Miniature Man with the female character that's in the newsroom. I can't remember her name, but if you remember her name, put it on our comment section. Also, we want to know which one of these you would pick up. If you had to only pick up one, which one are you going to pick up? You're going to pick up this really cool character here, Gecko with the skateboard, or
this one that comes with the 90's slime. Not from the 90s, but remnants.
Yeah, let's hope it's not
Reminiscent
from
of the
90s.
90s.
So, final thoughts. What is your final thoughts on both of these? Not just Muckman.
I like them both. I like how they're both very different, but you can tell they're from the cartoon. I definitely like this guy because I'm all about color and saturation. All about this guy because he's got a lot of amazing sculpt work on him. Like, so much thought has gone into this guy, down to the core of the apple, to the mirror.
And then the accessories. I mean, the
Yeah.
accessories, they killed it, right? With the ooze and all that stuff and the other characters. I think, yeah, honestly, I'm with you on this. Like, I love the brightness of him and the colors that they've chosen. He really sticks out, and he'll look great on anyone's collecting shelf,
Hmm.
especially if you're collecting all the Neca figures that I've come across in the last couple of years for Turtles. He will just fit right in, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Muckman, again, like you nailed it. The sculpt work on here, the accessories it comes with, the slime. I mean, all of these little attention to detail, the banana peel on him, right? Just a fantastic work. I think you cannot go wrong by having both of these figures. Um, they're just great. And once again, NECA hits it out of the park, and they've been doing it over and over again. And I just can't wait for the next figures to come out. It's just amazing what NECA is doing for us, us turtle fans, right?
Yeah.
So as we mentioned to the beginning of our video, to watch at the very end, and this is the reason why I had done a review on this figure and some other figures from this wave, and I had mentioned we were going to give this figure away. And every month we're giving a figure away, and today we're going to give it away to who?
So the winner of the first giveaway is Night Sight 77. So all you have to do is contact us through our YouTube channel page, the
Yep.
About section, send us your info, mailing address, and we will mail this off to you.
Yep. Anyway, so if you're watching this video and you've won this prize, make sure to contact us in the About section. We will ship this out to you at no cost to you. And if you're watching this video and you didn't win this prize, well, if you're a subscriber and you leave a comment on our videos, you'll eventually win a prize. We're going to give away one every month. And if you're watching this video and you're not a subscriber, come on, click the subscribe button. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. Have yourself a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.